Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück bei einem neuen Video bei Etwas Genuss und ich freue mich sehr, heute bei Rebellion Cigars sein zu dürfen. I'm very excited to be welcomed at Rebellion Cigars. Sean, it's very nice to meet you again.
And you?
Yeah, we have met before. We have met in 2023.
Yes.
Yes, and I got to know Rebellion Cigars back then. And I was excited when I found out that a few months ago, you made the jump into the German market.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So please tell us, what is Rebellion Cigars all about? Because I think people who've seen your brand once will remember.
Okay.
Because your branding is quite different, your approach is quite different. Please let us know what's the idea behind the brand.
Okay. Well, good morning, first of all. And yes, I am Sean from Rebellion Cigars. And you're right, we do things a little bit differently, as you can probably see by the bright pink shirt that I'm wearing. So our whole brand is pink, and that's for two reasons. One is because it's my favourite colour, and the second reason is because it stands out from the crowd. In a sea of browns and blacks in cigar stores, you're going to notice the pink. And the other thing that we do that's different is we name all our cigars in honour of our favourite songs. So we have the Rockstar range. So we've got Paradise City, You Shook Me All Night Long, Ace of Spades, A Sweet Child of Mine. And then we've got the country range, which is 5 O'Clock Somewhere, Ring of Fire, and Redneck Woman. So whenever you smoke one of our cigars, not only are you going to get a great cigar to smoke, but you're going to get a great feeling when you smoke it, because I absolutely guarantee if you're smoking an Ace of Spades, you're going to start humming the song in your head as you smoke it. So you get a great cigar, great feeling as you do it, and everything just works.
Yeah, I can confirm Paradise City is one of my favorite songs of all time. And when I smoked this cigar, I had a very good time.
Good.
And I kind of felt like I was, the song just came back into my head.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Your cigars, your UK brand.
Yes.
Where are your cigars manufactured? What kind of tobacco do you use?
Okay, so all of our cigars are manufactured in our factory in Danlí in Honduras. And they all use a combination, for the fillers certainly, of Nicaraguan and Honduran tobacco. So depending on which sort of cigar you go for, you're going to get either two types Nicaraguan, one type Honduran, or the other way around. The Rockstar range uses mainly an Indonesian binder, whereas the country range, we mix the binders up a little bit, and we've got some Connecticut binder in there, some Habana binder in there, so it's a completely different taste profile.
Awesome. What gave you the idea, or why did you start your own brand? Because that is always, I think, a big question. I mean, clearly it's out of passion for the product.
Yeah, I mean, I've been smoking cigars for best part of 40 years now, and maybe 20 years ago I decided that I wanted to smoke more cigars, but I couldn't afford to because they were very expensive. So I thought, hello, if I start making my own cigars, or at least develop a brand, I can afford to smoke more cigars for less money. And that's kind of the reasoning behind it. And it took a long time to get off the ground. So we finally got the business off the ground in 2020, just as COVID hit. So it's a great time to start a business.
Perfect.
Absolute timing was perfection. So we had to do a lot of blending and tasting via post and all this sort of stuff across the world because we couldn't travel. And obviously one of our main markets is the United States, and we couldn't get to the United States to launch the brand until late 2021, early 2022. But it didn't stop us, because you've always got to have a plan B, and plan B was to sell them in the UK. So we developed a very good e-commerce site that sells all of our cigars plus lots of others, and it's really going fantastic for us.
Yeah, I think so. You're actually been out in the world for 5 years now. Which I think is sometimes a little bit confusing for, say, the German customer, because they see a new brand that's just got available in Germany, and they think it's like a new brand. They just came out with a product. But you've actually been in business for 5 years now.
We have, yeah. Well, so we have been in business for 5 years. And actually, it's quite fortuitous. Again, because we couldn't travel, we couldn't even do Intertabac until 2023. And so we met some people at Intertabac, and they loved the cigars, but they didn't have a business set up at that stage. And then we didn't do it in 2024 because track and trace was coming around, and we didn't have a solution for that, although we have one now. And then I got a phone call early part of this year, from Alex, and he phoned me up and said, right, we're ready to go now. We have a business set up. We're ready to distribute. We've got all the logistics sorted out. We came over. We did a tour round. We spent about 5 days touring around lots of stores, getting them to taste the cigars. The reaction was really good. And the rest, as I say, is history. So Alex now at Royal Cigar Company basically distributes the cigars in Germany for us. And we've got lots of customers, lots of repeat orders already. So it's really going fantastic.
Yeah, I think that is one of the crucial elements. You have to go into the stores. You have to represent your brand. You have to get to... the store owners have to try your brand because they need to find out what's unique about your brand.
Yeah.
Is it like... do they add value to the humidor if they take your brand in?
Yeah, not just, is it just pink? No, it's a good cigar as well as pink.
Yeah, and it's very pink.
Yeah.
But it's I love your branding. I adore it. It's great. It's unique. I love the bright color. It's always nice to see something new and different, and like a new approach while also keeping the tradition of making a great cigar. So I think that's quite unique. I think we have one special topic to talk about, and I think we're going to move over to the next display or showcase because you have a very unique collaboration.
We do.
Yeah, so let's move over and talk about this very unique collaboration.
Okay.
So we already talked about that you are doing things a little bit different than most other brands, see? And you got a collaboration with Eddie Hall, the Beast.
Yeah.
One of the most successful strongman or the most successful strongman athletes in the world. What is that all about?
So it's actually, it's fate, okay? Because we have a distributor in Estonia. So we did a launch in Estonia about 2 years ago. So I went out to Estonia, we did some sampling in their lounge, and I met some people, and they said, oh, we know some people who smoke your cigars back in the UK. And cutting a very long story short, they put me in contact with Eddie. And it turns out that Eddie used to be a big Cuban cigar smoker, and the pricing of those cigars was going through the roof. So he'd been to his local shop in the UK. He'd seen this big pink display in the shop and thought, well, that's right up my street. I'll try those cigars. He liked them and he started buying our cigars. So I phoned Eddie and I said, look, I know you like our cigars. Do you want to have a look at us blending something specifically for you? Absolutely, and that's what we've now ended up with. So we launched that in America back in April at PCA, and this is the European launch here at Into the Back. So it's the Eddie Hall Beast. It's a very Cubanesque type cigar, and it's just going down a storm. I mean, the artwork's great, the box looks fantastic, nice bright pink box, and Eddie was quite clear that he wanted us to keep the pink branding because he said that's what attracted him to the brand in the first place, and therefore it was important to keep that with the Eddie Hall Beast. So yeah, we're really excited by it and it's going fantastically well.
So you blended that specifically for the cigar. It's not just an existing blend that you slapped the cigar band on.
No, so he liked a specific one of our cigars. So we took that and we changed it slightly so it's not the same as anything else. It is a unique blend purely for the Beast.
That's very interesting because very often in this kind of collaborations, it's not a unique blend. It's like a standard cigar. Yep. They slap the cigar band on, put a big name on it, and you get a very average product with a big name.
Yep.
But you did it specifically for Eddie.
Yes. And it's important, it's a good cigar. So, I mean, and I always say this about all cigars, it's all about your taste profile, what you like to smoke. So if you like a Cubanesque type cigar, you're going to like this cigar. But it's important, it's got his name on it and our name on it. It has to be a good cigar as well because we're both invested in this.
What kind of tobaccos are in this cigar?
So again, you've got, I won't give you the actual blend, but you've got 2 types Nicaraguan, 1 type Honduran in there. It's a Habano wrapper.
Oh, that's very interesting, and it's a pretty big ring gauge. I mean, he's a big guy.
Well, we decided we didn't want to go for a Gordo type. We thought that was probably a little bit too big, but yeah, he's a big solid guy. So it's a 56 by 6. Looks small in his hand, looks big in my hand.
I was about to say, when you hold it, it looks like a Corona, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's a very interesting collaboration, and I think he's a great guy because you, as a brand, you like to have fun.
Yep.
You don't you know you're doing very serious business. You're doing very serious cigars, very quality cigars, but you're not taking yourself so seriously. And Eddie is kind of known for that.
Life is too short to take seriously. There's too much bad stuff going on. Sit back, enjoy a cigar, and just chill out and relax.
I think what's quite unique with this collaboration too is he was a fan of the brand.
Yes.
So it's not like you came together to do any kind of business and you never knew each other. He was a fan of your cigars.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, he kind of started it because he'd been into the shop. Like we were saying earlier, he'd seen the pink stood out, and he thought, oh, I've got to give those a try. It's new. He went and tried the cigars, and he tried the whole range, and he settled on one particular cigar that he really liked, and that's how this has all come about. So yeah, fantastic.
That's awesome. I'm very excited to try it.
Yeah,
I've tried a couple of your cigars before, and again, as I told you the other day, when I walked into my local cigar shop a few months ago, and I saw Rebellion cigars, and I was like, yes. Yeah.
They're here.
Yeah. Finally.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time, Sean.
Thank you.
It's been very interesting.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope people will, get to try Rebellion cigars even more, and they'll get to see you again next year with an even bigger booth.
You will.
And maybe a new collaboration, who knows?
Yeah.
Anything is possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's very excited. Was very exciting to meet you. Bitte, ihr denkt natürlich auch dran, ein Like und ein Abo dazulassen. Und dann sehen wir uns hier im nächsten Video bei Etwas Genuss. Bye.
Thank you.